want to get. At this point, I don't have enough information to even bring him before the committee. Look, I'd love to hear from him if he'd like to come and talk to us. But look, the fact that he gave a speech back in 2015, that's well known. The fact that RT is a propaganda arm of the Russian government, that's well known. But in terms of having any evidence that he spoke to anyone but the Russian ambassador, we don't have that. The discussions he had with the Russian ambassador, I think, were quite appropriate from at least from what I've been briefed on. And so we'll go from there. We'll let the facts lead us where they do. But like I said, we're not going to start listening in on Americans' phone calls.
Have you spoken to the FBI director?
Yes, I mean we're in constant contact with the FBI. And other intelligence agencies, and we will continue to do that, and we'll continue to get as much information as we can down to the Intelligence Committee.
And in part of those discussions, sir, is it safe to say that there might be an advantage to having him either testify to your committee as a whole or to relay share any information he has regarding any conversations U.S. and or Russian officials might have had?
The FBI regularly testifies before our committee. I would expect that to continue. I don't think I think they're going to be in the next couple of weeks. They will be here. I'm not sure if it's Director Comey or not.
Right.
But we will be receiving FBI briefings.
All right. Now, do you have any evidence at this point, or even conjecture, that the Russian and Trump officials talked to each other after President Obama kicked those Russian diplomats out of the country, 35 of them, in the waning weeks of his administration?
No, other than General Flynn talking to the ambassador, which was illegally leaked and the name unmasked, we don't have any other Trump officials or people even related to the Trump campaign that I know of talking to Russian officials. And in fact, we don't even have any information before the election of Trump campaign people talking to government officials. But look, I'm very interested, Republicans or Democrats, if people are talking to Russian agents, we want to know about that.
Yeah. You know, President Trump has said in a tweet out Sunday, sir, that Russia talk is fake news put out by the Dems and played up by the media in order to mask the big election defeat and the illegal leaks. What did you think of that?
Well, I do think that the news media is becoming more and more, they're getting to a more and more dangerous place where they are getting, I think, in the realm of fake news. You know, not your show, of course, Neil, but I do think that we are in a dangerous spot right now, and it worries me that one of the reasons I held a press conference this morning was because of news stories that I think were very questionable about whether or not I was being transparent with the press. And if you watched any of that, I had all the press there, all the press on Capitol Hill there, and they all were there when I said, look, I briefed all of you a couple times 10 days ago, right after that New York Times story came out, which they all agreed that they had. So nobody challenged me on that. So,
but I guess what they're concerned about, just to be clear, sir, is that, as you said this morning, once we begin to look at all the evidence, and if we find that any American had any contact with Russian agents or anybody affiliated with the Russian government, then we would be glad to, in other words, follow up on this with something bigger. But I didn't understand what you were referring to.
Yeah, look, if any of the intelligence agencies come to us with specific information about, let's say I said this morning, Reince Priebus in contact with known Russian agents, believe me, Reince Priebus will be subpoenaed before the House Intelligence.
You have no evidence right now to say that Russian and or American and Trump officials were to the point, either before his inauguration or after, consulted or talked about any of this?
That is correct.